failure is not when we fall short of achieving our goals. It is when we don't have goals worthy enough. There are inspiring stories, and then, there are stories that shook you to the very core. These aren't just life stories, these are tales of valor, determination, and perseverance. Where everyone wants to opt for the easy way, these stories celebrate a spirit that is so rare in this world. Today, we got an opportunity to tell you such a story. She was the first amputee in the world to climb Mount Everest, has had a tough life. No wonder that this woman has achieved feats that no one would have even imagined. Once there used to be a girl in a city whose family was into sports. That girl used to cycle a lot, loved playing football, and was a national-level volleyball player. Though she was extremely talented, she never really thought of a sporting career. She wanted to join the paramilitary force. Unfortunately, she couldn't get through. At last, she got a call letter from CSIF. She was over the moon. However, in a weird twist of fate, her birth date was wrongly mentioned in the letter. So she left for Delhi to get the incorrect date on her call letter rectified. She was traveling in the general coach of the train Padmavat Express. Soon, some goons entered the coach. They tried to pull her gold chain. She resisted their attempts, so they started attacking her. All this was happening in front of other passengers, but they didn't bother to help her. The goons picked up her and threw her out of the train. She collided with an oncoming train and fell on a train track. Before she could move, another train passed over her leg. The accident is a blot on humanity. What followed was even worse. She lay there on the train tracks all night, bleeding. Later, it was found that 49 trains passed the spot that night. Not a single person helped her. In the morning she was taken to the hospital by some local boys. Her leg had to be amputated. The hospital lacked the basic facilities since there was no anesthesia. She felt every bit of the surgery. Friends, imagine amputing the leg without anesthesia, how much unbearable pain she might have faced. When she was fighting for life in the hospital, the train accident reached the media. Some say she deliberately tried to commit suicide. Some say she is the cause of conflict. After an inquiry, Indian Railways were ordered to pay her 5 lakh rupees as compensation. She was offered compensation by the Sports Ministry and taken to All India Institute of Medical Sciences for further treatment. We can't envision how horrible the whole scene was for her. Any typical individual would have lost their soul before such misfortune. Notwithstanding, she is anything but a typical soul. She stood with incredible boldness and chose to strike back. At the point when she was lying on the emergency clinic bed, she gave herself a fantasy. In the wake of recuperating, she began pursuing this one dream. It is maybe at the absolute bottom of our life that we understand our most noteworthy quality. Encouraged with her self-assurance, she got settled with her prosthetic appendage in only several days. Before long, she went to meet Bachandri Pal, the main Indian lady to climb Mount Everest. Bachandri Pal said to her, "My dear, in this condition you settled on such a colossal choice. Realize that you have just vanquished your inward Everest. Presently you have to ascend the mountain just to show the world what you are made of." Dream that invigorated her to live. The subsequent stage was a 1.5-year course from Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. She began with littler pinnacles and had some brushes with death. She didn't let these snags stop her. She got an award from Nehru Institute of Mountaineering and was later supported by Tata Steel. Climbing the Mount Everest with 2 capable legs is amazingly troublesome, so we can envision how testing it would have been with a prosthetic leg. It was hard to try and discover a Sherpa who might comprehend and uphold her in this frantic undertaking. At last, all that fell set up and she set on the most significant excursion of her life. There were difficulties every step of the way, in a real sense. Defeating these, she vanquished the Everest on the 21st of May 2013. It was really a mind-boggling second for her. She has never trusted in destiny or fate. She accepts that we outline our own ways throughout everyday life. She scripted her biography on that clinic bed itself and followed it to the T. She is none other than Arunima Sinha. Her story is an account of enormous boldness at the essence of trouble. If we get 10% of her fortitude, we will be prepared to confront any circumstance throughout everyday life. The absence of disregard from her fellow travelers, habitual pettiness by the people, the promotion by some media, various variables that might have slaughtered her soul. Nonetheless, every one of these variables moved her to demonstrate her value, thus she did. 7 mountain cliffs. Arunima's dream to climb are Mount McKinley, Mount Elbrus, Mount Everest, Mount Carstens, Mount Kilimanjaro, Mount Kosciuszko and Mount Aconcagua. After Mount Everest, she kept scaling different tops also. She has vanquished the most noteworthy tops in each of the 7 mainlands. She has climbed Mount Kilimanjaro in South Africa, Mount Elbrus in Russia, Mount Kosciuszko in Australia. By 2014. In January 2019, Arunima included another plume to her distinguished cap. She turned into the main female amputee to climb Mount Vinson, the most noteworthy pinnacle. Her accomplishments and all the more significantly her soul was regarded by the University of Strathclyde, an esteemed UK college, in November 2018. She was deliberated with the privileged doctorate at their graduation function. Arunima is a motivation to amputees around the globe. Not just has she demonstrated genuine soul, fearlessness and assurance in beating affliction, however she is additionally utilizing her sympathy and energy to support others. Arunima Sinha is now dedicated towards social welfare and she wants to open a free sports academy for the poor and differently abled persons. She is donating all the financial aids she is getting through awards and seminars for the same cause. The academy would be named Pandit Chandra Shekhar Vikaling Kel Academy. In 2015, Arunima was conferred the Padma Shri, the 4th highest civilian honor in India. In the same year she also received the Tenzing Norgay National Adventure Award. Credit to your soul, Arunima, may you climb a lot more mountains. Friends, in our life, there is nothing more terrible than fear. A person who faces life with self-confidence and determination will not let fear creep into his mind. Mother River, which is fast-flowing, will not stop if it is blocked by a mountain or a tree. Same way, man also may need to face so many problems, difficulties and obstacles in his life. We have to build a dam of courage without succumbing to them. Under certain circumstances the decision has to be made by ourselves towards our life. It is the duty of man to move forward with courage, alertness and understanding. It is a fact that success portrays a person who has become a pillar of self-confidence and spiritual contemplation.
Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Press the bell icon for notifications. Thank you.